Good morning, everyone. We are back. I want to test my sound a little bit because I have got a good tip from one of our viewers that I should not use the hub. So I just want to check. So you might hear me double now, but I just want to check if the test. I just want to test if it's better now. Test. Test. Okay, guys. So let me know if you hear any if it's still distorting if I move my mouse, because that was the issue. Let me know if you still hear it, because I can't put the sound on that, otherwise you'll hear me double. But let me know, guys, if it's better, and if not, there is another issue. But I think this might be it. So thank you for our lovely chat again, and always so helpful. Um, that being said, okay, that is that. Another thing that I had a comment on was that somebody said that my screen was too bright. So I changed it a little bit. So I just, if anyone could give me some feedback on how that looked on the eye, and if you're watching on either mobile or big, he was watching on a big screen. He said the white was too white. So I just tried something. So yeah, so just let me know, guys. Hey, antisocial, how are you doing? How's it going? Just trying to adjust little things, and it's always hard because I know there's different people that different things, but you have to find a balance somewhere, right? So we'll figure it out along the way. But anyway, so that's that. Yeah, just let me know if the sound is clear and not distorting. So not using the hub anymore. I didn't know that. I had no idea. But I think it's better. But you guys have to tell me. Okay. London. I just love this time of day. To be honest, I feel so lucky that we're able to trade this time and to be able to look at the market and together with New York. Let's get into it straight away, right? 147. Now, yesterday, I was hoping we would close above this, but it's okay. We didn't do that, so now we're going to follow through again. Hey, Jose. Jose Muniz. No, you're not late. Oh, is the sound low? Okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Let me check that. Ooh, it is maximum. So the sound is low. Is it low for everyone? I just want to check. Because it is max. I put it on max. Let me check. Let me check, Ahmed. No, I think you might have a point, because I hear it also not too loud. Test. Yeah, it's Test, 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 test. This must be louder, but the problem is that when I do it in the other thing, I'm capped. So I think there's an issue when I go directly. So I'll keep it here. So we might have a little bit distortion, but I'll figure it out. I'll do some tests myself. No, it's not your side. Ahmed, thank you for mentioning it because I hear it too. So it's always good. Let me just try one more time and here. Test, 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 test. See, this one is capped. Test, test. Okay, I'll figure it. I'll go back. Is this good or is this too low? This is too low, right? Test, 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 test. Test, test. The other one was louder. Yeah. What do you guys prefer the other one? Is this well test test? Yeah, it's capped at -30. This is it's low. Yeah, okay, gotcha. I'm gonna put it back in the hub. I don't know. It must be the test test. Okay, this is louder, right? Okay. I'll figure it out afterwards. So there might be a little bit of distortion because when I'm in the hub, apparently when I use the mouse, there is some distortion, but the other one is too low. I think that's more of an annoyance. So I'll figure it out after the stream. Let's get into the what we come here for, right? We come here for the charts. We come here for NQ, gold, and maybe also CL. Now, yesterday price action was quite shitty. It was really slow. I got confused also because the move that I actually thought that would happen, it happened like 1 or 2 hours later, which is unusual for that model, and it still played out in a way, but everything was slow, 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 slow. But it was still, there were, if you were, I mean, if you look in hindsight, it looked pretty awesome, right? But I mean, it was literally untradeable, I think. And I got really annoyed at the end of the day. And even though I love tape reading, so, but yesterday was a little bit, I was like, okay, NQ, I'm done with you today. Uh, let's see, where are we at? Okay. Anyone already traded Asia? Did any one of you manage to trade Asia? Okay, so higher time frame. Let's start with the daily. We've got this N walk right now. It's again we had this daily candle yesterday going into here, but then we had a pullback. Hey Jay, you're already in a long. Good for you. Um, and now we're having an extension of yesterday's range. So I thought we would close above this, but now I'm thinking, you know what? It makes sense that we had a pullback and now we just continue higher into this daily wick. So we have a large wick here. So yesterday we went above the 50%. We had a pullback, and now we are using this wick here. Oh, hold on. I made a mistake. Hold on. Yesterday we went almost to 1/3 pullback. And as you can see, we're just going through this wick. Um, I believe we have to look into this area now here. The premium discount. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, look at this. Beautiful. We're getting a new 4-hour candle in. Yes, Jay, it was horrible. I know it was horrible. In hindsight, it looks pretty awesome, right? If you look in hindsight, you're like, oh my God, look at this. Morning, London, extension. Well, here you can see it actually a little bit more clearer, right? The 4 hours. Large wick, back down here, and then continuation. But hey, it is time of the year, and it's NFP week as well. So we don't have news today, by the way. So okay, 682 is again in play. So let's see if we can get another 10 points before we reverse. Let me quickly go to the 1 minute. Here we go. Intermediate term high. So we have one short-term high low here. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll know. How is the color of my? Oh yeah, the break even trade in the morning. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I made some money yesterday. I did do an eval. I'm not touching my live account yet. I think I'm gonna wait after NFP week. Just an eval, no fun. Just I'm just feel like I have to give it a little bit more time. I really want to feel like I want those trades that I can sit back and like really okay, whatever happens is okay. I know that everything is fine. I accept the risk, but I don't want to really force anything too soon. Okay, let's 1450. We're in the macro. Here we go until 210. It will give us information. Informaciones. There we go. Okay. I'm bullish this week. Um, I'm not sure. I think let's have a look at the monthly. Let's start with the monthly, right? We've got a new month. It's still very early to say anything on the monthly, right? But we opened below the close. We did go into this wick here. We'll see. We'll see. It's a little bit too early for me to really. Now I'm on the weekly here. Jay, I don't know how. If I see this doesn't really tell me anything at the moment. I just need more data, to be honest. Um, the Nasdaq is really for me the weekly. I'm like, okay, let's see if we're going to take the December low or December high, right? Over here, right? These two. We're right now, if you see this volume imbalance, we are below this one now. So we were in this and now we are below this volume imbalance. So I find it really hard to read it, to be honest. We're just in consolidation and I don't see anything at this moment at this moment. I think we just have to let it manipulate and see where it gives us the where it breaks to, and then see if we get a reversal or what. Or I can't see it go higher, right? Because it's sort of like it's not really clear. You want a nice large wick, so let's say we get a. I can see it reject here. This could be a rejection block, so we could go here and then go back into the range again, something like that. We haven't had that on the weekly, so we take December high and then we go into this wick, but we don't take it out yet, right? That we takes another few weeks. That's the scenario. But this is for me, I don't know. I cannot make shit out of it. I mean, if you can, you have to tell me how. Teach me. Anyway, daily. Let's have a look at the daily. Yeah, we still have this N walk here, but we also have this sort of like a balance area here. So yeah, I am bullish for now for this area here and maybe up to here, and then I just have to reassess, I guess. But look at these. These are so, I mean, these are nice, right? These equals here. We've got also equal lows here on the daily. So, and we are sort of in the middle of this range, I guess. And we always say we don't dibble in the middle, right? Where are we now in the range? A little bit above. Okay, we're in the top area. Okay, important. Let's see. So this is the full range, the daily range. We're above the midpoint. Okay, let's see. I think I'm also inclined more bullish than bearish for now, but I don't really have logic really to say, oh, because we still have this gap here, but we also have the gap here, right? So everything is sort of like we've got everything the same, right? This is a gap, here is a gap. We've got equal lows, we've got equal highs. We've got imbalances, we've got liquidity on both sides equally. And we've got wicks on both sides, so. So I think we're going to just zoom in a little bit, right? Go lower time frame and just play little market maker. Yeah. Okay, 4 hour, important. Oh, we're already, I'm not even paying attention to the new 4 hour. Are we going to form trend line liquidity? Let's see. Let's pay attention to this line. I don't do trend lines, by the way. I'm just looking for if it's going to reject, because I'm looking at these levels here and just thinking like, are we going to reject at one of these levels, which is premium wick, right? Okay, what did we get in the macro? Ooh, you're feisty. Look at that. So we at 2 o'clock, we formed 2 o'clock here. And we went down. Did we take liquidity? By the tick. Hey, Bowser. I think the 1 hour CF from the Friday is still in play. We just retested the zone again. If we don't take the swing high, it's still in play for me. I think the 1 hour CISD from Friday is still in play. We just the 1 hour. Let me see if I understand what you're saying. Are you talking about this area here, Bowser? I just want to make sure that I understand what you're saying. Is this your change in the state from here? Is that what you mean? From bearish to bullish? I just want to make sure I understand what you're... Like you're saying, like unless we have a change in the state to the other side, I'm staying bullish, right? That's what you're saying, or not? I'm just trying to make sure I understand. The only thing I don't understand is this is not retested, so I think I'm missing something. Yeah, but if you're bullish, this needs to be taken out. That's why I don't understand. If this is the candle you're talking about, when I broke the bottom of blue candle, you mean this one here? 25,692. 25. Okay, so you're bearish then. Okay, I get, so you're bearish. Okay. Okay, sorry, I thought you were bullish, but if you are talking about breaking this area, you're bearish, right? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, okay. Now I was gotcha. Okay, but on the other hand, so this is my question, Bowser. When we have a large candle like this, right, and then we have three of these, can we consider this in a change in the state to the upside? So this candle for me is a change in the state of the bearishness. So from here, if we have this, taking out those three, because it's a broken sequence, I consider this a change. And after this, we have another change in the state here to the upside. Now we didn't have a change to this side again, so I would be still bullish from here because of these three here, which have been. Now it's a very hard area to read, right? So, but yeah, I would be still bullish, and I think we're going to reject here somewhere. But let's see, because we. Yeah, but for me, I'm bullish until I get bearish change in the state on, let's say, 15 minutes. But we're still bullish, in my opinion, here. Um, Look at this, how beautiful on the 15. Wow. It moved exactly in here, so I guess now, let's see if we are going to go lower than this, right? Oh, Dean, don't say that. You make me nervous. No, no, no. Don't follow me. Whatever I do, I might have an off day. I might have a bad hair day, or might be a bad mood, and I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, listen. Um, I'm slow lately. Yesterday, I didn't. I was, Hey, we're gonna ease in. Don't make me nervous, Dean. Okay, guys, what do you think about the gray background? Back, background. It's grayish because someone said it's too white. So I thought, okay, well, I'll try this. Do you like this, guys, or is white better? Okay, are we gonna go bearish for now for the trade for London? Let's see, let's see, let's see. We had a nice. We went into this one here. I don't know. Well, he watched. The feedback was he watched on a big TV screen, so maybe that makes a difference. I can imagine that, but I tried gray and then I went back to white, but sometimes when I watch, like, oh, it's very white. But at some point I'll just it's hey, it's democratic. The most votes win eventually, right? So hey, make money online. I'm doing great. How about yourself? Market yesterday wasn't easy, but yes, I'm okay. I'm happy. Hey, DBT, not necessarily. That's always a big misconception that people have when there's no news. It can be, yes, but we had a choppy day yesterday with news. So, I mean, I've had Mondays with awesome price action on no news Mondays, and yesterday being such a choppy day, I still have a little bit of hope. Let's put it that way, because I said yesterday it cannot get worse than yesterday, right? But hey, we could have two of those days. Okay, no, okay. That's I like that feedback, antisocial. We'll leave it, and if people complain, we'll see. Um, I think it does make a difference if you're on a big screen on TV or just on a laptop, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you for your feedback, guys. Yeah, I hate black. I hate it. Oh, you like it? Yeah. Well, so this is nice in the sort of in the middle, right? Um, but anyway, I want to see if we are. I think we are. Yes, we have a 15-minute change. We're gonna activate the breaker, I believe. Now I could wait, but I think we're gonna go lower now. I think we're gonna take Asia low. I feel like getting in a short. Yeah, I agree, Bowser. Well, I hate it when Asia, London is choppy, right? Oh, I said, that's my, sorry, mistake. I said we're gonna take Asia low. I mean Asia high. My mistake, guys. Thank you, Bowser, for like something's off. I'm saying something weird, but it's Asia high. So we already took Asia high. Yeah, thank you, Jay. Thank you. Hey, see, Dean, don't follow me. My brain is not working correctly. Yeah, thank you, Jay. I was just, huh? Oh, shit. Good morning, Kamana Fitness. How are you doing? Thank you, Jay. Yeah. See you guys. Sometimes yeah, see, no, I'm doing it on purpose to see if you guys are awake. Just testing you guys. Actually, that's something, yeah, I had my coffee, so it's not an excuse. I actually had three coffee, so that doesn't. I cannot use that excuse. I can use the excuse that I drank on New Year's and I don't do well on alcohol, so it takes me a week to. It's like a jet lag, right? Something like that. Oh. But I think I'm gonna do. I am like that. I might do some jokes with you and try to see who's awake and who's not. I am, and I guess you can do that with me too. But if I feel comfortable, at some point we get to know each other better. And you can know how far you can go with people, without pushing them away. I like making jokes and doing things like that. So, but this is just not this was just not really a joke. But sometimes you can just play around, and it goes both. I used to work when I used to in IT. It was I was mainly with men, but oh my God, we had so much fun. And they used to pull jokes on me, but I pulled them. I mean, give me ammunition, and I loved it. Yeah. You said Asia alone is great. I'm so silly today. Yeah. Hey, I can't be on the ball every day, but no, what hey, listen, we're serious here. This is a serious business, guys. We are serious. And if we can't frame a trade properly, I get an that's what I mean. I feel like something is off. Um, Now, how can we approach this, right? Let's the range now, the full range is includes the Asia low. So let's see it. Let's use our OTE levels to see if we have any logic. What does irritate me if yeah, no, I've already I put really loud music this morning at 3, house music to scare it away, and I managed. Yeah, no, but listen, it wakes me up every morning at 3 a.m. and it's an hour less than I have now, so maybe that's working on me. That rooster, yeah, that fucking rooster. Oh my God, I just cannot wait till somebody steals it or yeah. But I don't want to hurt it. Let me get one thing straight. I just want to scare it that it goes away to somewhere else and then gets eaten. Oh. Okay, okay. Let's see. Now again, I'm going back to the daily logic, right? So for me, but it's very early in the day. So what was I looking at when I said I want a daily candle over this NWOC? Why? Because I wanted this to be balanced. So in order to be bullish, I want this to become a reclaimed order block, and it becomes a springboard, right? So that's what I was looking for yesterday. But what did we get at the end of the day? We went down again and we closed below it. So I was like, okay, shit, that logic didn't work. But then it means, okay, maybe today, so talking about bullish or bearish, I'm like, okay, are we going to get a daily close over this level? Why? Because I want this area to be balanced, right? So then talking about bullish, yes. But I really want then a push, but we might get that push today. But again, we could also go, but if you look at the daily, does it look like we're going to get continuation, right? If you just if you look at candles general, we could all be wrong. But if I look at the daily, I'm like, okay, this looks like we're going to get continuation. I'm going to mark this. This is an I think this is an end dog, right? Um, I need 3 of them. There we go. Okay, these are the 3 end dogs I want. What is my success rate of my strategy? Well, I don't have one strategy. Um, I stopped really using my Excel sheets because I'm not really back testing anymore because I have my models, but I live off it. Is that enough? I live off trading. Is that enough success rate? I guess I can live how I live. So at some point you stop doing it a little bit. I mean, I just I also don't. I noticed that I don't like Excel sheets anymore, and so for me, it's just trading view, writing things down, making it visual. If I have a trade, if I do a paper trade, I mimic it again when I journal it and I write things down. what was I feeling, what did I, most important, what did I miss, and what can I improve? Those two things are always coming back. So I guess that's how I now, I don't have to prove it to myself anymore. Now I am looking for new models in London though, so that might be something I should be doing again. But my best model is between 10 and 11 in New York session, but I don't know. I'm trading less. Just open range. Um, well, actually, the opening range gap we're actually that is actually which we are forming during London. So no, we don't apply the opening range because the opening range gap is just the gap that smart money uses. So, for example, apparently that's what ICT mentioned in one of his videos. And if I'm saying something which is not correct, please correct me. Um, they just trade regular trading hours. They just look at this chart. So they don't look at electronic. So they have this whole gap, right? Because they don't trade overnight. So they use those gaps, those imbalances. It's imbalances that form during the overnight. So that's why we use the opening range gap, because they just look at price action during regular trading hours. So um, that's why we use the opening range gap during New York Open and during New York, and we form the opening range now. So, hey DBT, yes, the Venom is awesome. If you understand it and you start recognizing it, it's awesome. Trade Silver Bullet, yeah, I look at the Silver Bullet, yes, but it's just looking, if you understand liquidity imbalances, you're already trading Silver Bullet, but around 10 o'clock. So my model is usually after 10 o'clock anyways, and I don't try to, I do trade sometimes before pre-market. I post it in Discord when I do it. But I tend not to, my larger trades are after 10 o'clock when the Silver Bullet presents itself. Silver Bullet is more of an entry when I miss the entry on my model. I always have the Silver Bullet extra to get in on a later, or I add during the Silver Bullet. But we also have Silver Bullet after 3 in London. So I wonder sometimes with the daylight savings if it's not sometimes after 4. Yes, Jay. I need a scalping model, and but I think scalping, that's why I want to focus for you guys also on the breaker retest. It's very simple. It's mechanical. It's very, there's no emotions. You just calculate the breaker and your TP and your R2R, and I think that we can consider that a scalping model still, right? I think that's a scalp. I don't trade it because for me it's most of the time just sometimes 20 to 30 points. But I think it's still a good model. So I'm gonna do the breaker retest with you guys more often when I see it, or point it out every time, because I think it's the easiest one to do. Okay, let me put this one on here. Okay, talking about breaker retest, let's go to the 15. Talk about breaker retest. Did we see any? Yes, and make money online has a good point. That's why I stopped doing it as well, because I got notified by Funded Next, like, okay, your trades are too short. You need to, either we're going to ban you or you need to change your strategy. You need to show us that you're not so. But um, we can be a scalper. So that's something I do want to focus on, being a scalper, because we all have different thoughts about scalping. Some people say it's a few second trades, but some people say it's 5 to 10. But we can also say we can just define a scalp between 5 and 20 points or 5 and 15 points. But we have to, and I think because most of us do trade prop, I do think we have to focus on being longer in a trade than just 30. Well, for me, I think it's 20 seconds, 10 or 20 seconds. But I think if we play it safely, it has to be like 30 seconds or something. So that's something I do want to take into consideration, make money online. So I do not want to be a scalper like the really quick ones. So we have to define together what we define as a scalp or just as a, but for me, it's a break or retest. It's just 2 hour trade. They're quick. They're within one macro and we're done. Now my distribution trades technically are not in one macro. Those are 1.5 macros or maybe sometimes 1.5 hours. I don't like it, but I have to get used to it. I have to get back to, sorry, electronic. I was like, why do I have a gap there? Oh, okay, here we go. I was like, okay, I can't see. Now, what did I note here? Oh, okay, I got it. Yeah, this is, so what I did here, this fair value gap here is the 1 hour. Yeah, this, okay, so what did I mark here? The 1 hour fair value gap. So I want to see if if we're bullish, we are not going to go lower. So I want to see us respect this area here. Or maybe retest. So I'm going to find if we have a breaker here, but stay within this 1 hour. Soon reclaimed. Sibi. See, it was a bullish. We went through it. We went through it again. So now I want to see if it's a trampoline. So that's why I'm on the one. That's why I put it here. Do you guys see this one? The purple one? So that's why I want to see if it's a trampoline and if we respect it so we don't go too low. So that's the purpose of this one here. So again, why do I highlight the 150 to 210 every time? Because these levels, apparently they are always in play during London. So these highs and all these fair value gaps that have been created during this macro are of importance during London. Now we are below it, but I'm sort of like now looking at the high, like, okay, that 1 hour fair value gap of inversion actually, that will tell us if we're going to stay bullish. If we're not going to go higher or lower, I think we could retest midnight here or this fair value gap, or maybe even this one. That's still fine because we have the midpoint is here. But maybe we're not going to even go there. And then we are 157. We might take this out in the next macro. Let's see. And then we're just going to I think once we start going, we might really have some nice price action to the upside. Let's see. Coffee. Make money online. What is the recommended profit per day to stay consistent in 50K futures with 2,000 daily? I think it's not about how much you trade or how much what you're trading, but what you're able to get out of the market. And it doesn't matter if you're using a 25K or a 50K account. If you have a model that gets you 10 points or 20 points, that's a difference. The only thing is, if you have one that only, if your model, if you have a consistent model that you know, and you know, okay, I can get 10 points easily or 5 points, it doesn't matter, but I'm consistent with that. It doesn't matter. It only would take you longer to get to your profit on a 50K account than on a 25K account, for example. But I think you have to change the mindset of, because you're already, okay, I have a 50K account, how much do I need to make? But how much actually can you make? What is your, you were the one that asked me, what is your win rate, or what is your, you asked my numbers, but what are your numbers? And that is what you base it off. So yeah, yesterday. Well, if you make 250 consistently, that's fine. That's perfect. If you can make that consistently with that model that you're using. But I'm always saying, do you have a model? Do you have a model that you tested, that you know that you can make money with? Like, for example, if I want to pass a challenge, and it's not something I would actually recommend people doing, but I like the Rapid of Funded Next. Why? Because you can pass it in one day. I buy in Rapid, I set it aside, and I wait for my model and in a distribution day, and I just have one or two trades, and I have my, I'm passed, because I know that model. I know I can trust it, and when everything lines up, I just get in and I put a few minis on top, and it's done in one trade, or sometimes maybe two max. So that's what I mean. Like, hey, do you have a model that you can trust and that you have a good risk reward with? Hey, Musata Love. What's the yellow? So I always highlight the 150 to 210 macro. Why? Because I started noticing, like, every time when I came online, that there was like around 2 a.m. there were other large moves, and I was like, okay, I need to know more about this macro. So I'm going to highlight it and study it to make to build my model around it. But then ICT came out like a few months ago, and I was already doing this, and he said, well, actually, you also need to find the first percent fair value gap that is created between 1:30 and 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. Most people cannot afford the Rapid. Well, that's true, but what can I say then? I don't know. Then you need money to trade. You also need money to fund your account. So I'm just giving an example. So but there are a lot of funded accounts that have cheaper ones, and then you have different rules. But if that works for you, that works for you, right? But then it takes a little bit longer, but that's okay. I mean, I'm just giving an example. But the downside of the Rapid is that you have a consistency rules in funded, which you don't have in the legacy. So Jerry, I always see you say, "Yo, what's good?" But I have no idea what you mean by that. Are you asking, "Yo, what's good?" Or I have no, or are you just saying, "Hey, what's good?" Oh, that's what, okay, gotcha. Okay. Grids trading. I have no idea what grids trading strategy is. It's probably is that retail bullshit? Um, I have no idea about grids trading. I just literally, actually for me, it's so simple now. It's just about liquidity and imbalances and finding out where imbalances are, and Yo, what's good is an American slang. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I was like, oh, is it a question or are you asking me what is? How are you doing? Yo, what's good? Okay, gotcha. Okay. What? How are you doing? Okay, gotcha. Okay, good to know. I was like, are you asking me a question or are you saying that something is good or not good or? Yeah, no, doing great here. It's London time again. It's happy time. London is always a good time to be here. Um, so is it Jerry? Is it a specific area of the U.S. or is it New York or is it Jersey or is it another area? It's good that sometimes you have to ask, like, am I missing something? And just be honest that you don't know things, because you really can get misconceptions, right? And that's why I also wanted to start the um, sorry guys. Um, we just got a message. Extreme heat weather warning today. If I need to drink more. If you're experiencing any of the below, fainting, high body temperatures, dehydration, confusion. I have some confusion, so I think I'm in trouble here, guys, because we have extreme heat weather warning in KwaZulu-Natal. If you're experiencing any of the below, fainting, high body temperatures, dehydration, confusion. I think I showed that I was a bit confused this morning already, so I might be in the danger zone already. Okay, well, it's generational. Okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah, I guess I'm. Wow, that hurts, Jerry. That means I'm really getting old now. Mm. So I was just talking about water, Jay. I was just reading there were still people without water, and with this heat, it's bad. But I've got my water. I'm literally living next to the water company, and we are supplied by a different line. But yeah, I'm fixed. The water is fixed. But I still have water issues with the roof. But we don't have any rain now, so I guess it's no beach today. It's too hot. Well, we'll see. Um, so right now I'm just waiting for the next. I live with my little Freshie. Dolly. This is my little. I live with this monster. Oh, you wanna say hello? I live with this one. Say hello, Dolly. This little monster. It's my little girl. Is you my little poo poo? Oh, I hear this fucking rooster again. This is my baby, my rescue. She's a girl, but she's so huge. Easy, Pookie. I love you so much. Oh, you're so cute. Now go. Now leave me alone. Here you go. Wait. And I've got another one. Now they're both rescues. One is half African wildcat. I rescued. They're in pretty bad shape. So, um, Hey. So I live. That's my. I travel with them. They're very easy to travel with. So she see me in my little Jimny. I go through South Africa. Uh, so yeah, I'm really when I travel, it's me and my cats, and everybody. Oh, the Jimny with the two cats, but they are used to it. They're very easy. Yeah, I'm a cat lady. Now, all cats. Also, I just what is your day in life like? Well, right now it's a lot of YouTubing, which I really like. Um, but normally when so normally I live in the bush, right? Oh, I hate this fucking thing again. Um, so because it's daytime here, streaming, it's daylight. Now it's a little bit later because we've got UTC 5, right? But um, normally it's 9. I start at 9, but in between I've got a gap and I can go to the beach. I can go to the forest because I live in a nature reserve. I can go for a round of golf. I can have lunch. And then I stream again because usually at night I don't do a lot of things here. Also at night it's just not really, you just don't do it. And especially in the bush at night you stay in or you sit on your terrace or your veranda. So for me it's a very nice thing just to just to trade at night. And I was actually, when I came here, I used to do voluntary work in daytime. So I might, if I go back to the bush, um, did I cuss today? Did I cuss? I can't remember cussing. I've behaved today. mm. Oh, is that called profanity? Yeah, I'm very careful with that. I am careful. But yeah, so it just depends on yeah, no, but hey, trading can give freedom, but it's hard. I mean, it's worthwhile to really put in the work um, and do what you like. For me, this is not work. I mean, I really enjoy doing this, and I can tape read all day. I really love the market, and also just studying and getting better in algorithmic understanding the algorithmic signatures. But anyway, I've got two people asking for gold. We can go over gold quickly. Um, Teach me gold, please. How to learn to start? Well, I can't teach you just gold. You just have to learn basic concept, which you can apply to gold and Q and everything. But it takes time. Okay, one thing: do not copy paste. Only retards do that. Okay, don't be a retard because you're going to be banned. We can read here. Do not copy paste. It's free speech, but do not copy paste. I already don't feel like going over gold. It's always the people that want gold that are not the people that actually supposed to be here, I guess. But we'll go over gold quickly because NQ is just dripping down. So what I'm thinking now with NQ, we're forming like I don't think we are bearish. I just think we're making the move down on the 4-hour candle to go back up further, right? So I'm still bullish on. That's why I'm not interested in this move unless we are really going to disrespect this purple area. That's at 1-hour FUG. This is actually my area which we need to hold to stay bullish. If we go through the whole area, um, then I'll have to change my bias. Honestly, it's pretty lonely. No one is freedom and flex until you have exactly, and no one understand. I never knew how much I missed this community. That's why I love going live, guys. I do pretty long streams, but you know why? Because of I'm like, okay, I'm behind my laptop anyway, trading, and now I'm like, okay, you know what? Now I'm actually together with the community, talking about the trades, So I might as well go live, and that's why I do long streams, because for me, it's really something I enjoy doing. It's not that I feel like, oh my god, I need to do it. No, I love it. And that's the difference. That's why I think it resonates with this group of people. I'm from the Netherlands, but I live in South Africa now. Yeah, but who knows where I live in a year? I don't know. We'll see. Life is, you can live anywhere you want. But anyway, we'll have a quick look at gold, but not because you asked, and not because that person that copy paste, not because you did that. Because one more time, you're going to be banned. But I'm going to go over gold because I want to go. Oh, you're in Miami. Okay. I love Miami. Gold is pretty much untradeable. Why? We had a lot of consolidation here. It's moving up, but we also have higher time frame SMT. So the only thing that I can talk about gold right now is that I would not touch it at the moment. I would either wait for confirmation, but if you don't know how to read price or understand market structure or change the state of delivery, you have no idea what you want to do, because your seat's going up, but you don't know if it's going to hold here, if it's going to go in the range or going up. For me, this is an area that I would say I would rather wait with gold and see how it plays out. Yesterday, for everyone who this area, this opening range gap is totally unfilled, guys, of gold. So once we start going down, you want to have the levels of gold on your on your chart. It's totally unfilled yesterday. So I'm just thinking accumulation A, M, D, distribution to the downside, but I have no idea when the time is right. So that's the only thing with gold. I have no idea, because I really need confirmation before I want to anticipate. And it could trickle higher, higher, higher from here. So that's my take on gold for now. So I'm totally not interested in gold at the moment. I do think we might manipulate higher a little bit before we go lower. Let me see. What time is it? 4:30. Yeah, I think London. We might have a little bit one London high. 3 o'clock. We are here. Yeah, I think we might have one more push to the upside before we might reject lower. But it's a gamble, guys. From here, I mean, you see that, right? Anyone trading gold in the chat momentarily? See, I do think we might get a little. We have SMT. We have a yearly and monthly SMT on. Oh, whoa, hold on. No, 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 we don't. Let me quickly change it. Hey, crypto is doing nice, by the way. Okay, here we go. Ayala Trading, you are short. I don't know. I would be very careful, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if we get one more leg up and then go down. But it's sort of a gamble at the moment, I would say. Okay, the next macro, oh, the 3 o'clock. Yeah, it's almost 3 o'clock. I think we might get a little bit of a push to the upside. Let me just check. 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I would not short it from here yet. I see it looks bullish or bearish, but I would wait. I would rather wait for confirmation. But that's me. I really I don't trade just if I don't have clear, if it's not clear to me. Okay. Are you already in? You're already in from a longer. Yeah, you know, and when you take a short, I don't know if you have Ayala, if you have a very short trade already, then you know, you go in and you go out. Then I would take the short. But for me, I'm looking for longer, larger moves. Then I really want more confirmation, so I get a good risk reward. I can stay a little bit longer, but I just don't know with gold at the moment. It's sort of like, I think it's just accumulating to one leg up or something. I just don't trust this whole area. It's just consolidate, higher time frame consolidation, right? So you can trade the range a little bit here, and we have a nice wick here, but I don't know. This is a little bit too much of a area also that it could bounce off again. Um, But I think short trades, if you take it from here, maybe move down, yeah, why not? But I don't tend to. And if people there in the chat, they say that they don't know how to trade. So I'm sort of like trying to take them, get them out of, maybe convince them not to take the trade. If you know what you're doing, you know, if you're a scalper, I'm not talking to you, right? Voltaren, hey, how are you? New here. Hi to all. Would you mind sharing that SMT indicator that auto? Yes, that's from Zusi, Frank. He, guys, it was just, it's a Discord, right? That we need to share, right? Yeah, it's the link from the Discord. And then you have to get to the Discord, and then let me share it again. And then you get it. You claim it, and then you get it. But let me share his Discord, and then I'm still testing it because I have it. Let me share that with you guys. Discord. And I think this one is really good because it's really long. The other ones are a little bit behind. The fake ones is still good, but still a little bit slow. I'm testing them both next to each other, but this one really prints right away. And it actually prints so much that it's actually a lot of information. So I actually might even turn back to, I actually only check on the half and the whole and the quarter of the hour. But I must say, if you want speed, it's an awesome one, but I don't know if I actually need it. So I'm sort of maybe thinking I might go back just to taking it off and just look behind the scenes. But I think it's a pretty good one. I'm looking, I would love to hear your guys' opinion about it because I think it's very, and a lot of them are just not, they're, because they're so live, they are still, they get invalidated at some point. So there's a lot of information on my screen. but we'll see. I think it's really awesome. They did a good job. Um, hey, Seek for Growth. Did you change your name? Did you change your name? I know. I thought so. That's why I said, did you change your name? no, no more wisdom. You are glowing. I like the word. Wisdom was nice. Okay, let me just add the Discord where you guys need to go to. Then you just claim the you. How are you doing? So I just gave the Discord for Zeus's for the indicator. You just have to claim it. Obviously, he's building. I guess that's how he does it, right? I mean, we are the product. If we don't pay for something, we're the product. That's okay. We don't mind if it's valuable. Okay, guys, I've got a question for you guys. Does anyone in the chat knows oneboox.com? Has anyone heard or uses oneboox or knows what it is? If anyone knows, let me know. Oh shit! Okay. Okay, so here we go. Confirmation. I'm not pushing anymore because my bullish bias. My bullish bias is off for now. For New York session, so, because we could still go lower, right? Anyone in that short? Yeah. What was in? Your NQ. Guys here, Devil's Mark, 1 hour. So we're getting likely will end with another, most likely take another. Oh, you took the short at the 2 a.m. open, 210 on the 5-minute, 4 on the leg. Oh, seek for growth. Have you been studying? Someone has been studying. Somebody became a distribution trader overnight. Well done. I love to hear that. Um, oh, you already entered on the 2 a.m. clock. Okay, then hold on. So you were on the 2 a.m. Okay, got it. Okay, I need to focus, guys. I need to focus. I need to focus. Activated here. Bearish breaker. So for those who missed the move, no worries. No worries at all. We're gonna wait for a retest or something, and we'll get a trade. Okay, hold on. Okay, so let's say we didn't have we missed this move, right? Sometimes it goes and you don't see it. Now what happened here? The breaker activated this candle. And that's okay. So you let it go. You highlight the breaker and you wait for a test of this breaker. Now it might not come straight away, but you have this breaker. Sometimes it just goes without you, but most of the times the breaker will be retested because it's how smart money gets in again, or people that miss the trade. Did you get in at two already at two? Let me see. I've been talking a lot, seek for growth. But that's awesome if you got in here. That's exactly that is my model, which I use at 10. But the wick was the manipulation wick was very small. I mean, so okay. So we're at the end of the macro. Let's see. We're gonna pull a little bit. Okay, it's here. We have a little candle here. This is very strong. If you want to know your TP, if you see flat bottom here, you can take it literally. Most likely we could spike up a little bit again. See, for those who said that no news, you see how beautiful distribution there is now. Um, first presented. There's Norma in London, but New York. You don't know that. If it's not always because of this, it's always that. That is so short-sighted, DBT. You can never. It's not always the case. It really depends on what the market wants to do. It's really not always. And when we have large Asia, sometimes we shop in London. But yeah, we have chop anyway because it's NFP week. But it's not. It's don't limit yourself by just watch price action and then, because otherwise you already you're sort of like limiting yourself. Okay, we have the first presenter right over here. I think we're going to retest that one. Oh, beautiful move. Anyone else in the move? I know Bowser is. What's your TP, Bowser? Seek for growth. Hey, well done. Well done. We went over some things this weekend, right? 598. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Let's see 589-ish if it stops here, and otherwise we're gonna go to the end dog. But the end dog is fine. I think we're gonna stop here. 589-ish. I'm a little bit annoyed missing the move like this, to be honest. It's okay. I was just busy doing other things. It's okay. It's okay. At least Seek for Growth made it. I'm happy. Really happy that you got that trade, considering how hard you've been working. I know how hard you've been working. Logging into the 4-hour open and OH. Yeah, there's nothing more. I mean, those 4-hour distribution candles are so awesome. But why I also might have missed this one. Let's see, where's the wick? I do need manipulation on the wick, and I don't see. For me, always this one is a little confusing when I get a 4-hour candle like this. When there's hardly any wick, I tend to market order in at a later stage. Normally I get in a wick, but when I have a candle like this and start distributing, I probably got in at the silver bullet here, or maybe at 3. I might have missed the 2 a.m., right? Yeah. It's just distributing. Guys, this is distribution. It's just beautiful. Are we going to go to Asia low? Well, I did say Asia low, right, today, guys? I did say we take out Asia low, right? Remember? Remember I said Asia low? Okay, breaker. Well, the breaker will come and play later today, but I'm gonna mark it now. Sometimes you miss the move, and it sucks. But I was busy doing other things, and then you come to the chart, and it's really, really, you don't want to catch a falling knife, and you don't want to market order. And I cannot market order in, or just enter here. Like, okay, I'm just gonna enter. Can't do that. Did you? Okay, I'll have a look, DBT. I love to see your. I love to see all your trades, all you guys' trades. What broker? Well, I don't know. What country are you from, Pulasti Dinusha? Maybe we live in a different country and we cannot use the same broker. I always get that question, and when I ask about the people live in countries that they are limited, and then it doesn't make sense that if I share my broker because you cannot share the same. Where are you from, Pulasti Nusha? Have you Googled it? Because most of the times it's like you want to find a broker, but I use prop firms, but maybe the prop firm that I use you're not allowed to use because of the country you're in. Oh, you're from the UK. Well, I'm from South Africa, so I'm limited right now because I live in South Africa. You have more options than I have. So, but my live account is with Edge Clear, Iron Beam, and I use Funded Next as my prop firm. But you can use Funded Next in the UK. I'm sure you can. Yeah. Okay, guys, this is the last time I'm gonna miss a move like that. I need to be more focused. I don't like. I mean, I get a little bit annoyed when I miss a move like that. I should not be. I should not miss moves like that. So I do get annoyed. You're welcome. But I don't know if you're really asking for a prop firm or a live account, because sometimes the question is not clear. But if it's a prop firm, I only trade with Funded Next currently. So because I'm limited. Damn, this is such a nice move. Okay, you see, gold might. Let's see. I think gold might make really move in the. I was hoping it would make that move to the upside a little bit, but it's staying in the range. Let's have a look at CL quickly. Okay. Ayala, I trade London from 2 a.m. Eastern and New York from 10 a.m. Eastern. The Venom, yes. It's like the two fangs, right? We inject the poison. It's just DBT is just good to start recognize. If you see it, it's more that you recognize the structure and then you already know. Okay, we're turning and we injected the venom, so the business is done. Now we can move. But I think you already see it on the chart, right? And then you start recognizing it sooner. and you just, I think it helps you turtle soup a little bit more faster, I guess. I haven't seen, that's the thing with the market lately. It's sort of like, with these little candles and hardly, I think we haven't seen that. I haven't seen it for a while. Oh, thank you, Ayala Trading. I appreciate that. Well, I missed, I'm a little bit upset I missed the move though. I've been enjoying too much to talk to you guys, but um, yeah, Ayala, um, it's about trading here, but we also have a really, really nice bunch of people here, which is, um, well, obviously trading is important, but because of the week and we're beginning, I guess I'm allowing myself to be less focused, I guess, but I'm not normally this unfocused if it comes to trading. But today, I am not on my. I made a mistake with the. Look at that going, guys! Wow, is anyone still in the trade? Yeah, I missed it too, Jose. I'm a little bit upset about it, but then again, you know what? It's a bus. They always come. I was doing other things. I was going back. I wasn't looking at the screen because I was looking up something, and then I saw something. I got an email, and I was like, and then I asked a question. Then I saw that move to the downside, and before I came back, it was already running. I'm like, okay, that I should have been in already. Damn, it's moving. Oh, it's making up for all the bad behavior from yesterday, right? It's over 100 points move. Oh, you shorted from 230. Oh, guy, you seek for growth already as well. I think you guys got in it almost at the same time. Well done. Post your trades in the Discord, guys. I really want to see it. Everybody, yeah, there's a lot of unfinished business. I know. Um, I'll show you guys. We are doing now. I'm actually really annoyed, to be honest. We are opening range gap here. Oh, no. What am I doing? We're going to fill the gap. I think gold's going to do the same. Okay, now it's critical. Why? So what have I seen lately? Then that got me a few times. I'm like, oh my God, we're going to fill the gap because it left here, right? Let's see if it does the same because this is what the market does. It tricks you like, oh my God, we're going to fill the gap now because we're going in. Let's see if we just make an equal low. No, you never close too early. You take your trade, you have your TP set, and that's your trade. It doesn't matter what the market does afterwards. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. We don't think like that anymore. Seek for growth. You just journal it, and next time you'll catch a larger part of the move. And the more you do it, you will see your moves get larger and larger because you understand then what you're looking for. But the trade is your trade, and that is what you know and what you can trade safely. What the market does might be something that you have not foreseen or did not know. So it's never, yeah, forget, no, you did an awesome job. You saw the candle and you actually got in. And think about it, a few weeks ago, you would have never entered that trade, right? And now you did. That's a huge, huge, huge growth. So you have no reason for FOMO. You should be proud. You should really, I think it's really a negative thing to have FOMO when you have a trade like that, because you've learned so much, and you make it practical, and you just you actioned on it. You got that move, which is really, really awesome. So be happy. Be very proud of yourself. You should be really, really proud of yourself. I missed the move. You got it. Is the gap 419? DBT, no, this is the whole opening range gap of yesterday. This is all yesterday opening. So we haven't filled it for even more than half. So what I'm expecting now is that we stop here. It's going to fool. I think it's going to fool a lot of people. That's going to continue now. It's going to continue, I think, at some point. But oh, okay. Now I think it becomes interesting again. Okay, I'm going to leave it on the 15 minute because I want to see the price doing. So we took Asia, right? I want to see Asia. We did not take yesterday's London, but let's see if we create equal. Exactly. You can't have it all, that's the thing with, especially with distribution trades. It takes time to understand the full logic, and then, and you build on it, and it's already difficult to enter. I mean, listen, that takes time to really understand where do you enter, where do you set your TP, and that comes with time. And for me now, when I get in, and I can get the full move, but I'm struggling with the with my stop loss placements, because it's a larger move and I start trading very fast. You know that, right? So that's something that comes also with the territory. So it's always like there's always something new to learn. So I found this is something that Musatala, I suggest you to take the opening range gap and first presented indicator by Fadi, named as ICT open range gap and first FUG. Okay, I'll have a look into it. Why so much drawings? Because those drawings make me money. I need the information. This drawing tells me that we're going to stop here. For now. Okay, we've got December low here, 25,449. Monthly open is here, 0.5 is here. So let's have a look. Let's see if we can get in. I want to get into, because I think we have a good opportunity to enter now. But I just need some structure and a value. It just needs to be a good. Okay, I'll take the opening range gap off. So you guys know the levels, right? Yeah, exactly. So that is, so my strategy normally is, I get in on the manipulation move of a 4-hour candle. So if there's no manipulation move, I'm always struggling. But there's no excuse. I could always enter later. But that is normally how I trade. So I wait for the 2 a.m. or 10 a.m. to open, and then there's the manipulation. That's the wick that's forming. But when it goes straight down, I'm waiting. I think, oh, that's maybe the wick that we are forming. And I always fall into that trap. So when there is no wick, those are the times that I miss these trades most of the times. Hey, but look, seek for wisdom or seek for truth, or for growth. she got it. Do you see a volume imbalance 408? Which time frame, my friend? On the 15th? Or what time frame are you looking at? Higher time frame? Well, yes, there is a DBT. There is a N walk. There's this week. This week's N walk is there. It's a large one. It's from 394 until 432. So on your chart, you will see that as a volume imbalance. Correct. Yes. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I've seen it. 408, you can see it here, right? On my 4-hour chart. Do you see this here? You see it here? This whole is between here and here. It sounds easier to seek for wisdom. Sounds a little bit easier to say, yeah. But yeah, so when there's a 10, when we have a 4-hour distribution without a wick, I find it difficult to enter always. Then either I market order in, I have to chase a little bit so I get in at a silver bullet, but I do miss a part of the move most of the time. So yeah, MJ, exactly. Yeah, I agree because we still have this N walk here, and yeah, I actually that's why I always say with because I was you cannot when I see charts I cannot really say bullish until I have more information, and that's why London is so good, right? I had that 1-hour fair value gap. Now we broke through it really fast. And now we're bearish, so I guess we have to change bias. But I thought I was a little bit more bullish than I thought. We might go a little bit higher, but on the other hand, I find these the most difficult distribution candles without the wick, because I love wicks. I love my wicks. I'm going to study this more. I need to get better at this. New week, oh yes, correct. So that is because of Sunday. So we have a Friday close, and then the opening. So the end walk is from 5 close to the 6 open, and the end walk is Friday, and we open on Sunday, right? And the end dog is new day. That's all the other days gaps between 5 and 6. So it's the only thing between end walk and end dog is just a day. The end walk is just the weekend is in between. So that's the only difference. So the end dog you have every day, right? So you got 5, yes, 4 end dogs in the week and 1 end walk. So for people that are new, if you miss it, if you see a trade like that, right, and you miss it, it's this sets up for a lot of new opportunities. When you have a move like that, it's really hard to not have FOMO. I totally understand it, but it's better to let it go, reassess, and okay, at some point there will be a reversal, or it goes. We have a retracement, and you have another short. New York might be a continuation of it, but it's, for example, now look here, right? Okay, what are we doing here? Are we going to create an equal? The best thing is if we are going to create an equal low, for example, right? And I love for our equal lows. That's like a present, because what happens if it creates an equal low? Like for example, let's see if we are forming the London low now. It's almost 4 o'clock, so that means London low is coming. Most of the time, it can just retrace and go further down, but after a move like this, most of the times, we will start forming a London low. Now, my hope is, write this one down, guys. My hope is that it might be an equal here. But let's see if it's ready or it's already formed. But then, now the only thing I don't want is a large wick. Let's see. So this gives us a lot of intel, right? I mean, you could take this is almost setting up for a long. I wish we had a little bit more of a larger, let me see here. Yeah, we could be done here. Let's see. In all honesty, guys, I mean, the people that got in, I mean, I really salute you. But if I look, in all honesty, and Bowser, awesome trade, man. I can't wait to see your. I'm just looking like, where are the retests? For me, it's really hard to have entered anywhere. Look at the. Okay, so we went through this. This is the only retest that I saw here. Boom, this is the first presented. Let me see the 1 minute. But it's not easy. It's really okay. No, okay, there were enough retests here. This is an old one of Monday, but look at the first presented of London. It's not. We go into it. We don't even go into this gap. This is really a higher time frame entry, and which is really hard. I mean, I don't know if even if I would have been watching, if I would have entered very easily, because this is the first drop at 2. Then we go into here. Then we go down. We go here. 234. So we have 2 here. Where's my 2 o'clock? This is the only manipulation wick of the 2 o'clock candle. It's just, this is it. Not even, because 2 o'clock is here. Go down into 2 o'clock. No, there's 0. There's really nothing. We never got higher than 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock and 234 must be here. 234. The only confirmation for me would have been that 1 hour. I would have done then that 1 hour FUG that I marked when I went through it. And let me see, we had a retest on that 1 hour, because I need a retest somewhere. How would I have gotten in? This one here. I want to see what time that would have been. Go back to the 1 minute. Yeah, okay, this would have been my only trade that I, so the past here and boom, this one here at 6 past 2, that should have been the end that I could have, and then maybe here, this one with this one here, 8 past 3. There's the only, we did a retest of this. We did retest midnight here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I could have entered at 2. I would not have done it. I think I would not have been able to enter. I think I would have entered here and here if it was double. But then, where would my TP be? You see how it's respecting the midpoint? Talking about, so DBT, the blue line is the event horizon, which is the midpoint between two NWalks. And the purple line is the event horizon, which is the midpoint between two NDogs. Why do I put them on my chart? You see where price ended? They are levels of liquidity, which are magnets, and especially on, I call it ping pong Monday, ping pong Tuesday. Those are my levels, which I use also for logic. Like once we start going, if I get a body closure below these levels, I know we're going to go into the next and towards they're like a roadmap to me. But you see, I normally only put the N walks on, but today I put the N dogs on, and only those two, because I want to have the midpoint here, especially for these reasons. Like if we start dropping, and you will see a lot of the times it goes, remember, was it you who asked me about, no, that was someone else, TV, about how did I got that 11 a.m. How did I have my TP to the tick? Well, it was because of this. It was one of my confluences. So if it matches with other things, this is, and now you can see it did not even use the N walk, but the N dog. So that's why I put, you won't see the N dog a lot. No, it's the event horizon. It's the same. It's the midpoint, but you call them event horizon when it comes to the N walks and N dogs. Yeah, and Jerry, but that's actually with most models. If you have a model, it takes time, right? And that comes with patience. And then when you miss it, you are annoyed because you wait a long time for them. Now, I am not that upset. Why? Because the rest of this opening range gap is not filled yet, and it now stops exactly where it stopped. So I noticed that a lot of the times when you have a partially filled, and you will see that I did notice that these two levels were near where the range stopped. So I most likely would have put my TP around this area. Yeah, I would use, well, I would first have done, where was that flat bottom, the 1 hour. So my first thing was, I would have had one TP here. Where was it? Oh, here. No, where was that flat bottom? Didn't we have a flat bottom somewhere? I don't see it anymore. Oh, here. But that was, okay. This one was number 1. You saw how much it just ran through it really fast, right? So when you see that happen, then you know, okay, we're going to go fast. So this one here, normally you see a lot when you have manipulation. When there's a manipulation move, you get a little wick here, boom, and then it goes back up. But it didn't do that. This is a beautiful move, guys. Beautiful, but not easy to get in. 4 and a half. Jerry, what's your model? How do you what do you use? Let me check if I have water, guys, because everybody's saying that there's no water. I mean, I'm gonna get very upset if I have no water now this year. Hold on, I need to check. I still have water, so there's no issue. Okay, thank God. Same like your 4 hour. Yes. Yeah, it takes. Well, especially you have to wait for the two. But you know what? Sometimes with the 2 a.m. It takes a while for the wick to form, right? So that's the confusion sometimes when there's no wick. You think like, oh, but it's actually the speed gives it away. And that 1 hour fair value gap that I had, I mean, that was like broken like very quickly. So, but then again, you really have to adapt. You know, when you're sometimes you're not. You know, when you're really in the game, you adapt straight away. Like, oh, 1 hour is gone. I can just literally market order in when you go to the 1 minute and boom. Um, there's no one. That's when I'm really on the game. But I just, yeah, I just missed it. Okay, London low is in, I guess, because we got. Let's see if we the macro if we're gonna go make one more low. That will be such a present. Um, like I said, we just reject it. This could be just the last rejection, or they're sort of equal, or are we gonna go just go up, up, up? No, I don't think so. I think we're just gonna go most likely go up into. I don't think we're gonna go down. I think we're just gonna go up. Macro 410. It's a long. 340. Now, the only thing that I'm always worried, why I'm not entering in this area, right? You could say, oh, we've got a version here, we retested, but then again, you have this one here, and I'm always like, I don't know. You get a V-shaped recovery though, yeah. It's gonna go up. God, Iris, come on, what are you doing? I should have had 3 trades already today. See, there are no wicks. I missed my wicks. See, there's no wicks anywhere. You see, guys, that I have troubles when there's no wicks. I really am struggling when there's a lot of price action without wicks. I'm really gonna make a T-shirt. I love large wicks. It's coming. See, there's no wicks here, no wicks, no wicks. 0.5 here. It's true. I really and long into New York. Okay, so now we lose a lot of imbalances, right? So this is just a large move to the downside of a lot of imbalances. So it could just go. And you said tiny to zero wick on. Yeah, no, there is no. I mean, there is hardly any wick, right? So for me, you know, I have to look. I want to get in the manipulation, and I need that. See here, like you could see at the 2 a.m. You need to manipulate. Yeah, tiny to zero wick on the 4-hour, correct here. You see this? It's a very, 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 very. It's just this little. The question is, if you already have established that this wick is already done in this wick, so I actually thought that we might go up into this end dog. That's why I put that end dog here. You see why I got confused? So I thought we might take out this high here and go into this little red line, which was the midpoint. So I thought we would manipulate here, take out this high into the end dog. That's actually the reason. That's the reason why I put those end dogs on there, because I thought the end dog might come in use today, but it did not. But it did come in use for the TP, right? Now I would have set my TP at the blue one, but look how well it's using the. So it's using so it does tell me that the end dogs are in play because it's using the event horizon of the end dogs, right, of the last two. Because this purple one is end dog. You see it's larger. This purple one here is an end dog. Is it? Yes. So on Monday and Tuesdays, I always try to say, okay, where are we? And you won't see me use the end dogs a lot, but I really thought we were using, yeah, this level here, just for the manipulation if we were going down, but So now this end walk is right over here, right? You want to watch if we are going higher or are we going to stop here? Because you have to ask yourself also, like, if we made all these balances, are we going to discard all of them, or are we going to? Okay, let's see. We're going to reject here. We have a fair value gap here. I'm just watching this area here to see if we reject here now to go down again, to make one more leg to the downside. You see, it also matches up with this 4-hour open or close, and this 4-hour open. Let's see if we can go up here to the daily open. We got a little gap here. Let's see if we can go over this open price. You know what I really don't like? If it's forming another yes, I do like large wicks, but not in the sense of it creates a lot of large wicks in the sense of, because that sets up for a seek and destroy environment. If we have large wicks on both sides, but I mean large wicks when we have like a sweep, purge and revert. We have a large wick and we use that, but just like a normal, but not like 3 wicks next to each other and here 2 large ones. Not that. That's not what I mean. We sweep previous day low and Asia low. Yes, correct. Let me go with 15. See, on the 15-minute, this looks nice, right? This is a nice wick. No, so we did not take out the previous day low seek for growth. We still have one here. Monday, you see here? Monday is here. So literally, yesterday's London low is almost close to the December low. You see that? Is that correct? It should be December high. Am I confused again? Jerry, no. Well, they have that Black Friday sale. That's the best. But I thought there was another one I saw in the mid of the year. Can somebody remember that as well? There was another sale but it's not as good as the Black Friday. Does someone remember when that was? Oh, it's the monthly candle. Mm. Yeah, previous low is lower. Here we go. Previous day low here. It's right over here. 25,406. Yeah, so we took yesterday's New York, yesterday's London. Sorry, you're right. This is New York. This is Asia. Sorry. I'm confusing everyone. I see all these. Guys, I think we're going to go consolidate here. I think we're just going to go consolidate now. Memorial Day sale, something, yeah. Um, yeah. I think we're going to make baby candles. Let's see if we're going to go down in the macro or are we going to stay here. I don't know when that is. Maybe Google it, Memorial Day sale. But I think it was. I think it's sort of like in the mid. It is like it's not really close to the Black Friday. I think it was half of the year. I think it was a couple of months before the Black Friday deal. So I think that maybe that might be like half a year in between the two. But yeah, guys, really. But you know what? Even if you would pay for a few months, um, there's no better deal than the Black Friday, I believe. But um, if you already have a subscription, they just add it just they add it to what you already have. But yeah, I mean it's best to wait if you can. But if it's just a few months and you pay for I don't know, can you pay per month for a sick for in May? Oh, that's not really far away. Well, it is 5 months, but well, time flies anyway. It's really weird if I say it's not far away, but it's almost then when it's May, it's another 5 or 6 months to Black Friday, right? So it's not really that close. 406. Oh gosh. I find it really a lot more difficult to. Are you going to buy if NQ inverses 5-minute FUG? Um, you know, after a large move like this, I'm, you see here on the left, right on the 15-minute. So I'm looking here. I see a lot of, consolidation. I'm thinking like this was a 5-minute inversion, yes, but I was looking at this area here. And I was like, yeah, if I would buy this here, is it going to disrespect this full inversion? So for me, it is just, I'm anticipating, I think we have to be honest that we just missed the move, right? And it's too soon for another setup. You need it to, like, if it would be, like, if it wouldn't be like a big value gap like this, and it would all be these little things, I would expect a V-shaped recovery. But we also have this, and I put them on for a reason, um, and because we are using this now, I'm like, okay, you know what, end dogs are in play. So I'm sort of anticipating that we might not go higher than this one. So that's why I'm watching this, and we're in a macro, and you see we haven't moved. We did move a little bit to the upside, but we're now bouncing up into that end dog, right? So for me now, because we stopped here, we're bouncing here. I know, okay, now they are in play. Monday and Tuesdays, I use NWOGs, and not always end dogs, but only when I think they are useful, I put them on my chart. So they were on my chart already because I thought they might come in handy, and here you are. So you see, we didn't go higher in this end dog, and we're sort of like moving to the downside again. So it's not always like, okay, there's a 5-minute inversion, or yes, we sweat liquidity, and it would be, but also I'm missing a break. I'm just missing a break structure. If I would like to have the inversion, I would like to see a proper breaker. And with a proper breaker, I mean a 1 or 2, 3 candle formation. And if I see, this looks a little bit weird to me for a breaker. Yes, it could be, but I just don't trust it too much. I really would like to have the breaker in this, even here already after the inversion, right? But I don't see it. It's just a little bit weird to me. I just don't like the structure for bullish structure. Now I do think, okay, we're going to get maybe a retracement and further downside, but I'm just expecting maybe chop because of how the left looks, and also how we are. You see here, chop, 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 chop. Um, I don't know. I just don't trust it too much. Um, and sometimes if you don't trust it, you just stay out, and you might miss a few moves. And that's okay. I just need specific structure. If I don't get that, I just don't feel comfortable enough to trade it. Now it's also out of macro. Now I know lately in the last few days it starts running after the macro, but it could also slam down on me. So it's more than us. That will be for me. This will be a gamble now. If I would get in, now I could think, okay, yeah, we need to go here, but I'm also like, yeah, I don't know. I think we're just going to consolidate for a while. So, what time is it? or just watching. I was in top 1%. Oh, Jay, I was in the top 1% for the December lead competition. So I got annual. Oh, wow. Nice. Well done. I didn't know that, Jay. You never shared it, probably. Wow, that's pretty. I mean, there's a lot of people that entered that one, right? You got your annual subscription for free. Oh, that's worthwhile. I mean, saves some money. Nice. Well done. Well done. Nice. You're in a long, Papacito is in a long. Okay. Let me quickly have a look at gold. Want to go over gold quickly? See if there's any changes? Okay. Okay, it's still bouncing in the same area. A little bit bearish now. We made equal. We took a little bit of liquidity, but still not enough, right? Still hard to read. I mean, for me, and also the open. I like this area for gold, but I when is it going to move, right? 7:30. Okay, it might become interesting in pre-market. 9 o'clock. Let's see. Quickly have a look at oil. Like oil. Dora, in a long, once we swept the low. Oh, you were in a long, or you got in straight away. You turtle souped it. Do you have a stop? Well, your stop is very, I mean, you have hardly, yeah, you know what I like about turtle soups? Your risk is so small, but I mean, you don't want to let it go back to your, like, if it will go down, I guess you would have a, did you throw your stop already, or are you, Look how beautifully this has been set up. Beautiful trend line liquidity. Yeah, so my interest is the rest of that opening range gap. I just want to see what yesterday's opening range is going to be. I just want to see which overlaps. I'm not interested in a long right now. I'm going to wait for another short. If I think I think we might get a continuation to the downside. Um, hold on, hold on. Yeah, I'm not going to enter any longs. I just want to see, where did we end yesterday? Regular. Okay, we ended at 5. Here we go. Close. Let's say 580. 580. 580. We're okay. So this is very interesting, guys. We are literally back where we started. So we closed here 580 and we are here now. So we have a very small opening range gap. Now if it would go further down, depending on where we are going to go, so that's why I'm saying I wonder if we're going to move a lot now. For those who said we might chop today, if we're not moving away from this area and we stay near 580, that means we have a very small opening range gap for today. But we still have yesterday's to fill. Now, it is a possibility that we might chop around in this area, go a little bit higher, and then go, I don't know what it's going to do. Hey, Martijn, how are you doing? It's still snow there. 9:30. Where is my, oh, here. I was wondering, something is off. For those who want to be long, look at the 4-hour candle. Do you guys really think that the 4-hour candle that is going to go all the way back up? Seek for growth, seek for wisdom. I want you to answer this. Look at the 4-hour candle. What do you see? Think about the 4-hour candle. Do you think we're going to go much higher when you look at this 4-hour candle? Think about the time as well, right? I want you to think about this one. You don't have to answer me, but you think about this one. Let's go to the 1 hour. Look at the 3 o'clock candle. Look at the 4 o'clock candle. Exactly, Bowser. Bowser, don't give it away. I want Seek for wisdom to have an aha moment. But does this look bullish to you guys? For those who are all in those shorts and who want to short, are you looking at the higher time frame? And especially the 4 hour doesn't give it away. I don't agree with you, Trader G. I can't. You can read price. You cannot predict them, but you can read price. You can read order flow. It can still do whatever it wants, true, but if you understand higher time frame 4 hour candles, you wouldn't say what you just said. Exactly. It's also how price action has been formed. This is trend line liquidity. If you, it's all if and then, if and then, if and then statements, right? We have this end dog. Look at the 1 hour. We're forming a 1 hour wick here. Like I said, I would not enter in long, and it could just consolidate here. And for Papacito, who said if it's a wick means lack of liquidity, but it doesn't mean that this candle is going to go up. The 4 hour candle is going to spike all the way back up and take. What happens most of the time when you see a wickless candle is that another candle, another time will come after and it extends it with a little wick. But most of the times you won't see it happen in the same candle. It can sometimes, yes. But what's the logic about? Why would it do it now? Hey, trader, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to trader to someone else. So the 4 hours of FUG at around 5:10 earlier. I mean this one. Remember the opening time of the 3 o'clock? Seek for wisdom. It's right over here. Up to 1 hour. There's the 1 hour. Here we go. I think we're gonna consolidate here a bit, guys. I don't think we're gonna have much price action until maybe pre-market. But I would be careful for those who want to long. You don't need to be very smart to really understand how. You just need to study price a little bit and then you understand. Just be careful, guys, if you want to go long. Yeah. Any question, guys, before I leave you? I want to check gold. See, gold is not moving yet. I really want to see a manipulation to the upside before it goes down. And I'm looking for this area here, but it's just low probability for me to anticipate. Look at oil. I like oil. I'm going to look at oil. Anyone else trade oil? I know Bowser. Are you Bowser trades oil, right? Or anyone else? A lot of. I just want to make sure that if I go over oil, there's enough interest for it. This is the way that I was. Yeah, exactly, Jerry. But it's just also understanding order flow, right? And understanding how market book. But some people don't really understand that. It comes with experience. You don't have to be. And especially after a large move like that, you know, and especially you look to the left. Mm. So it's 1.5 more hour. The 3 o'clock. Yeah, there's a lot of wickless. I know. I saw that as well. 3 as well. Yeah, exactly. And the 2 and the 3, right? So for me, in an area like this, when you get, am I still on, guys? I think my Wi-Fi is breaking up again. Can you guys give me a 5-5? Can you guys let me know in the chat if you still hear me? Okay. Okay, I got disconnected again. Okay, so macros is just a time window that market pulls to either liquidity or an imbalance that needs to be rebalanced. So that's all the market does, and it uses time. Time is more important than anything, right? So, and most of the times when the market runs smoothly, it's 10 to the hour to 10 after the hour. Now, some macros, I have preference for a few macros, but literally you can have a macro every hour. Now the 350 to 410 is mostly one of my favorites, but after a large move like this, you can see it didn't do much, right? It just started consolidating. When I see that, I already know, okay, we might have another half an hour. Oh, no, it's me. Um, they're working on, I know they were working on the Wi-Fi yesterday, so I'm a little bit worried that they are, yeah, I'm talking, Martijn, that's the one I'm talking about. 10 minutes to the hour to 10 minutes after the hour. So that's the ICT macro. So what happens, but only when time is right. Okay, guys, I'm gonna quit because I see my Wi-Fi is lagging. Let me check if the guys are working. I want to make sure. No, I'm gonna check if they're working. Just give me a minute. I want to see if they're working on the Wi-Fi. Hold on, just 1 second. I'm gonna check. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, should be okay. They're not working, but sometimes it lags. I'm sorry, sorry guys. Are you still there, Jerry? Or Jerry? Or Jay asked me. You can hear me? I'll make it quicker, then I'm going to stop streaming because I think this is a glitch. So that's why I will mark this one 50 to 210 because I want to see prices doing around macro. No, I'm not on Starlink. I'm on fiber, but sometimes they're entering those neighbors on fiber. So I'm wondering if it has to do with them getting on. I was like, let's see, but let's see. It might just be a little glitch. I was really worried yesterday. That's why I also didn't trade yesterday because I was like, oh my god, if they're working on the Wi-Fi, I might not have them. But anyway, so I mark it to see what are we doing, and I actually thought that I was actually thinking we might go one leg higher, but we did not. We had the dump, right? So I'm always watching that. That's why I always mark this area. But am I buffering now? Yeah, I know. But anyway, so it's just a small amount of time in which the market does two things: seek liquidity or balance out imbalances. That's all the market does. The market doesn't do anything else. Maybe create liquidity. We can say you can argue that, yes, but it's just a script. Then we have another window of time that you can use for but that's not the ICT ones, but you have a lot of runs between 20 and 40. Most of the times, those are just large runs that start and make the larger moves, but they can take out liquidity. I've seen that, but it's not technically, which is in this, what normally that makes a run and then it grabs liquidity or does a retest during the macros. Those are the most ones for high probability trades, right? So, but the 20 to 40 is something to study as well. But those are the two time windows. But the ICT macros are the ones from 10 to the hour to 10 after the hour. Now you can extend them a little bit. Sometimes the macro starts a little bit sooner. So that's why some people say you can actually make it to quarter two to quarter after. But I wouldn't say that because to generalize it, because but it is possible, but not always. But then you have to study the macros a little bit. So watch, okay, what if you get a retest, for example, at 48? You know, if you see that, oh, but it's actually not 50 yet, right? But it's actually, it is possible that it happens a little bit sooner. So, but it's always if-then statements. But yeah, I'm waiting for Starlink. But it's a problem here because in South Africa, they say if you have a company, you have to give 30% as if you're white, you have to give 30% of your company. You have to share it. You cannot run it without having 30% shares to blacks, something like that. So Elon Musk says, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Why would I? You know, I'm going to employ a lot of people, but I'm not going to do that. So they're sort of like fighting about that because he wants to implement it here. I mean, that would be my solution. Then I can go back to the bush. If he implements Starlink here, that would be awesome. So yeah. Okay, guys, I'm gonna enjoy the day. It's nice sunny here. It's nice and warm, and we'll be back for New York and hopefully for a nice short. Or maybe let's see. I do think we're going to get a continuation of the to the downside. So let's see. I think let me do a poll again. We did it yesterday as well. Same question. Yesterday we were actually we had it. The chat was right about a continuation. We said, is it going to be is New York going to be a continuation of London? That was the question. I'm going to do the same question, I think, because it's start a poll. Is NYC, and then I mean NYC until 11 o'clock. No, but this is going to take the AM session. NYC 11 AM, just round and about. It's just the AM session. Going to be continuation of London. Going to be a continuation of London. So that means London will be mostly a short after manipulation, right? Always manipulation. We'll get manipulation. Don't worry about that. Okay. So in this scenario, what I would do, if we get consolidation, it might take a bit longer. Also wait for the 6 o'clock candle might give a nice manipulation to the upside as well, right? 50-50. 4 votes. Come on, a few more votes, guys. Okay, 50-50. Okay, well, anyway, we'll see. I definitely will trade in New York because I'm not gonna miss another move, guys. But those who got it, well done. I'm gonna look in the Discord because I'm sure a few of you posted the trades. I'm gonna watch them. And any questions before I leave you guys? We've got a finally beautiful day here, lots of sun. And I'm looking forward to the New York session. The only thing that worries me a little bit if we hang around in this area too long and we get a really small opening range gap. Um, well, we'll see. Hopefully, we navigate a little bit away from it and then back to it. So, hey there, Cornelia. Hey, DBT. Thank you. Hey, Cornelia. I was just checking out. Did you just join? Did you just join the stream? It was a beautiful move to the downside. I missed it, but we had some awesome people in the chat that took it, managed to almost took the whole ride down. So, no questions? Okay, guys, I'll see you later. Be careful. Don't overtrade. And I'll see you in a bit. Thank you again. Love you guys. Enjoy your day if you can. Touch some grass. I'll see you in a bit. Ciao, ciao.